Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here coming to you today from the University of Minnesota in Duluth. We are on our way, so I'll show you a little bit of the campus as we're walking to our destination. There's Miss Peanut, undergraduate admissions. So we're just walking around. Back here is a School of Medicine and something else, planetarium. Over there, chemistry and advanced science. And as you can see, it's telling us where we need to go. Their mascot at this school is the Bulldogs. So yeah, come along with us as we journey on. There's their Bulldog mascot statue. We're gonna get a quick pic. Look at the chairs, guys. Got the Bulldog on the back. It's kind of cute. They're going closer. Good morning.
The Bammy, yeah, sounds good. And it comes in this, it tells you options to wear. It just comes right like that. So
Awesome.
I always like to show people what it looks like, because it's like, it's in a little bag. So
Thank you.
we're all set, we'll just be right in there. Thanks for coming.
Okay. He's so cute. Okay, so you want to sit in the back? Alrighty. Okay, we have a table. Alright, let's see what they got in store for us, y'all.
So originally, UMD was founded as a normal school. Does anyone here know what a normal school is? It's a little bit of a hint down there in the picture, but not a great hint either. It's alright, I didn't know what it was until I started working here either. But a normal school essentially is a teacher's college. So we taught teachers how to be teachers. And then around 1947, we became a part of the University of Minnesota system. That's when we became a little bit more of a liberal arts college and started to open up our doors to much more majors and stuff like that. Fun fact, originally our mascot were the fighting teachers. So once we became the part of the University of Minnesota system, that's when we adopted Champ the Bulldog. UMD Day. Right now, we are a 4-year public university. We are a medium-sized campus. What I tell students medium-sized means is essentially you can see a new person every day because we have about 10,000 students on campus, but you really get to know your classmates and you really get to know your teachers because we actually average about 23 students per class. And then I also like to talk about the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, specifically the Multicultural Center. So that's a great area for you to kind of congregate and kind of just hang out and with people who are similar or have similar interests and stuff like that. It's not just for students of color, not just for people who identify as LGBTQIA+ students. It's for any student who wants to feel included, essentially. It's a great area. It's a beautiful area. You'll see it on your tour, but a lot of the students, they'll just hang out there, lunch, do homework, study there, all those type of things. It has an absolutely beautiful view of the lake as well. So the campus as a whole, we are about 244 acres of our campus. That doesn't just count the buildings themselves, that's also the Bagley Nature Center, so don't think you're gonna have to walk 244 acres every day. You don't have to do all of it. We have about 22 buildings being built or renovated since the 2000s. As you guys saw in the beginning, we've been around for a long time. No one wants to be in a building that's been around since 1895. So we try our best to build and renovate a new building every year since the 2000s so that our students can feel comfortable on campus, so that they can have the state-of-the-art equipment for labs, chemistry labs, computer labs, biology labs, all those types of things. So we make sure to keep our buildings up to date because of that. And then this last little tidbit is we are 7 minutes away from Lake Superior. The reason I say 7 minutes in air quotes is because we had a previous counselor who said he could get to Lake Superior with under 10 minutes, and he did on a bike downhill. So the reason we put that tidbit on there is just to tell you that we are really close to the Duluth community as a whole. If you honestly wanted to walk to downtown Duluth, or if you wanted to walk to Lake Superior, you could probably do it within 15 to 20 minutes. The good thing about if you plan on biking down to Lake Superior, you technically don't have to bike back up if you don't want to, because every student here gets a bus pass as well. And that bus pass, you can use it as often as you want, whenever you want when the bus is running. And UMD is actually a bus hub. So every 15 minutes, a new bus comes through. So if you miss a bus, you can easily just take another bus. How many students here want to dorm? So quite a few of you. So here at UMD, we do not require you to dorm if you don't want to. A lot of schools do require the first 2 years. Fortunately for us, we do not require them. But 91% of freshmen do decide to live on campus. And I tell students, honestly, you should at least try to live on campus for your first year if it's possible. It's a great way for you to connect with the students, connect with the community around you. It's a great way to kind of get closer to your class as well. We have about 9 on-campus resident halls and apartments. Resident halls, also known as dorms from what some other people might know it as, but they're your basic dorms. Essentially, it's you and another roommate. You can either pick your roommate, or you can fill out a survey and be put in a room with someone with similar interests, similar dislikes, or even similar majors and stuff like that. The apartments are kind of similar to that, or at least the part of picking your roommates. So you can pick so the apartments are for students. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. You have a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. So you can either pick your 3 roommates, or you can be put in a room with random roommates as well. And you don't have to be upperclassmen in order to live in those apartments. You can live in those apartments as a first-year student as well. And then this last little tidbit is it costs $530 for on-campus resident parking, and that's per year. We always tell students you don't technically need a car on campus because of the busing system, because we do offer a lot of jobs on campus as well. But if you do want to bring a car on campus, understand that you will have to pay that $530 on-campus resident parking. But also remember there's other obligations when you do bring your car, like say when it snows, because obviously it's Duluth, it's gonna snow. But you will have to remove your car when they do plowing and stuff like that every once in a while. So understand that there's other things that come with it as well. But I will say, if you do plan on bringing a car, I will guarantee you will be very popular. Whether that's a good thing or not, it's up to you. Then we have 4 meal plan options. I will talk specifically about 2 of them, because those are the main meal plan options that most people tend to use. If you do live on campus, you are required to have a meal plan option. If you do not live on campus, you don't have to if you don't want to. But the great thing about the meal plan options is we have it's the unlimited meal plan, and it's the 14-a-week meal plan. So they're exactly what they sound like. Unlimited meal plan is essentially you can go into the Superior Dining Hall as often as you want, whenever you want, when they're open, and swipe your card. You can go in there, grab a quick water, go in there, grab a quick snack, get ice cream, or obviously have a full-blown meal as well. And then the 14-a-week meal plan is essentially what that sounds like. You have 14 weeks for the 7 days of the week, and then it resets every Monday. So however you want to use it, you can use it that way. So say you're gonna go home on the weekend, you may not need the 14 for the whole week, you can easily just stack it up throughout the 5 days as well. But just understand that students may have a different, feeling when they go to school, because this may not be the first time where you can go and not have to worry about cooking yourself food, having your parents cook you food. You can have food readily available for you at all times. So understanding what those, how your eating patterns are is something that is a great way to determine which one you want. Like say you don't eat breakfast anyways, honestly no reason for unlimited meal, just because you're not really gonna use it as much unless you like the late night snacks or you like the mid lunch and stuff like that. And then this last little tidbit is $100 dining dollars. So essentially what that is we put $100 on your U card or your student ID, and you will put, and you can use that for anything that you would use money on campus for. So whether that be the bookstore, whether that be the food court, the Northern Shores, or even the gift shop and stuff like that. There's $100 on your student ID. And every semester we fill that back up to 100, and you can put more money on there if you would like as well. That's just a kind of quicker way than your debit or credit card, so that you can kind of just scan and go and not have to worry too much about typing in your PIN or signing something. So campus life. I tell students no matter where you go, education is going to be relatively the same. 1 plus 1 is going to equal 2 no matter where you go. Calculus is going to be calculus here, whether you go to Harvard or whether you go to UW-Madison, they're going to be learning the same thing. But the number one factor of whether or not a student is successful is whether or not they belong on campus, whether or not they feel like that's where they should be. Here at UOP, we pride ourselves on those type of things. Become niche clubs. We have a chocolate club because we have a chocolate lab on campus. They actually create chocolates. They don't just eat the chocolate, but they also create chocolate and stuff like that. You don't technically have to step outside if you don't want to, because every single one of our buildings is connected. So you can technically hate the outdoors and still love Duluth because you don't have to step outside if you don't want to. But it's definitely great during the winter when it's like -10 degrees or when it's snowing and you don't have to do anything. You'll visit, if you ever visit again during the winter or when you are here during the winter and stuff like that, you'll see students walking around with flip-flops, shorts, and short-sleeve shirt because they never had to step outside.
But walking down this hallway, we do have some of our math offices. Just getting us started. Most professors will have office hours on campus. If they don't have them on campus, they'll have virtual office hours. If you have a TA for your course, you might also have office hours with that TA. Sometimes students like to talk to a TA more just because it's like a student who's taken the course and so they understand similar issues or problems that you've had. So. The barrel is going to be held. We also have this little snack section. So I described it as anything you can get at a gas station, you can get in there. Otherwise, that one is co-ed floors, so each room might be
Resident hall.
on it. We also have co-ed floors, so you can live. For class sizes, our average class size is around 25 students, especially as you get more and more into your major. Those will dim down a lot. This is in the chemistry building. So you get involved in those, that's where you'd be. But even if you are interested in just something like this, you can come out the cases in the walls and stuff like that, because it was designed to look like a museum. So we try to continue that as much as possible, and things that some of our students are interested in that major or minor, they're interested in, or they're able to come out here and do that in like real life. So it's pretty cool. It's also my favorite hallway to walk down just because there's so much to look at. My ADHD kind of goes crazy down here. It's a good time. Does anyone have any questions about anything so far? As long as other areas and some other colleges sort of go ahead and raise those. You can get involved in a lot of those clubs, which is really nice. We have Bulldog Rocketry, which they launched rockets probably 12 to 15 feet tall, launch them, check how they do, stuff like that. And then we do have our chocolate lab.
So what was your thoughts about this school though? Overall, I'm not talking about money, I'm just talking about overall. What was your thoughts?
Seems like a pretty promising location with promising opportunities. It seemed like it had a lot of majors to it.
Yeah. So different things to choose from so that you can make the best informed decision.
Yeah.
So that additional $3,000 whatever dollars that was, he was saying that's in addition to like the tuition. So when I was thinking that the tuition was closer to $30,000, it's more close to $25,000. What do you think about that? Huh? Yeah, that it is. Okay, we'll talk more in the car. Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like. No air conditioning in the dorm room. I'm like,
Self-conditioning, you just open the window. That's how you get bugs in.
That's how you get bugs in. That's how you get sick, because we are in Minnesota. Hello. But they're used to that type of stuff. We are not. What else was there? I did like the option that you could do apartment housing as opposed to dorm housing, but then you would be with 3 people and not just 1. So we'll see. Okay, so woo child, Lord have mercy. So yeah, I didn't like the fact of no air conditioning in the dorms. I just feel like that's a no go for us. What else? There's something else that I didn't like. I do like the fact that everything is accessible by tunnel. Are they trying to say the sun? I think they're looking at the sun.
Yeah, with those glasses.
Right. What was I gonna say? And then the housing too. So like some of the dorms, all girl floor, all boy floor. And then did he say that some people can choose to room with someone of the opposite sex?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think there was an all girl housing dorm and an all boy housing dorm. And then what was the other options? There's on campus apartments. But like he said, that's 3 people as opposed to 1. But one thing I did like, he said if we have a medical reason, we could request private housing. It just has to go through the, what do you say? The, what's it called? Something for some type of services. Disability services. What else? So there was at least three different minors that you are interested in this school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, you still got to get your generals done, so it still would be, I'm just thinking money-wise, if you did the first college for your generals, get that done with next to nothing spending out, and then use scholarship money to pay for this, because this is, I mean, it's a run, but, you know, I mean, it's doable. Lord help. Jesus, help me, Father God, be a whole nother bank account and income bracket. But I did like the school. It was a lot of daggone walking, though, okay? He up them daggone stairs. Homeboy, he was walking backwards.
Yeah.
And he kept looking at me. And I'm like, I want to be like, slow your tail down. For real. Like, dude, okay?
He didn't want the tour to be long.
He was walking my behind off. Them other little things, they was he nothing. They was all goo goo gaga over him. Whatever. One thing I didn't notice or whatever, I did not see people of color. I was looking, even at the tailgate.
All white.
I mean, and I know that there are some people of color here, but even at the tailgate, I did not see nobody in the band, nobody on the team.
They definitely, it was sprinkles that I didn't see because I didn't see none.
I didn't see none. No. And I just, even though you have been in a school where it has been predominantly white, I feel you would do fine because you would just do you. Mm. But it's always nice to have 1, 2, 3, 10, 20 that look like you. And I didn't see none. Nowhere. Even though I saw some pictures, I need to see physical bodies, and I did not see that. And maybe it's because of the location. It could be because of the location. I mean, it's a beautiful campus. That dorm room was tight, though, wasn't it? Oh, my God. So we shall see what the other schools show. We got 2 more tours this week. Then we get a week break. And then we have 1 more tour. And then we probably will schedule... in the spring, we'll probably schedule maybe 2 more. Because I still want to do Hamlin and I still want to do Concordia. I'm not sure about McAllister. We'll see. But that's in the tour, guys. Bye.